Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of Let's Get Creative. This week, we're exploring art about dinosaurs, and it's inspired by our museum's dinosaur that will be with us until November. Its name is Ichiro. If you'd like to learn more about Ichiro and the artist, you can look for my video that was broadcasted on Monday over Facebook. So today what we're going to be doing is drawing our own dinosaur heads and decorating them in the style of the Huichol bead artist that also created the beautiful artwork of beads on Ichiro's head and body. Before we get started, I'd really like to thank the City of San Jose's Cultural Affairs grant, which helps support our arts programming now, and it has supported many years of arts programming at the museum. And I'd really like to thank them for all of their wonderful support of the arts and museums like Children's Discovery Museum throughout the years. All right, everybody. So to begin our lesson, what we're going to need are the following supplies: a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, a colorful piece of paper or cardstock, whatever you have around. This actually was a file folder. And it should be about the same size as your white piece of paper. You're going to need a glue stick, a pair of scissors, a black marker, and at least 3 colors of markers. I'm choosing purple, red, and orange today. You can also use more if you'd like. And then a pencil, our trusty pencil. All right, so today we are going to practice our skills drawing shape. And as you know, may or may not know, shape is an essential element of art. Shape is what happens when lines come together. So, do you all remember our practice of lines last Friday? We're going to practice those lines, but connect them together to make shapes. And this is just a practice. So you can either just watch or follow along. And you can do this on the back of your white piece of paper that you're going to use later. Okay. So, do y'all remember a straight line? What a straight line is? I'll demonstrate that for you now. So what do you get when you put another straight line? It's still not quite a shape, but when you connect it, you get a triangle. All right, what about another type of shape? I'm going to take my curvy lines and make kind of an abstract blobby shape. What about a circle? I'm going to take a curved line and turn it into a circle. So those are some examples of some simple shapes. But you see, I used lines to create them. When the lines connect together, they create something called a shape. Do you know of any shapes that I missed? Right? There are examples of rectangles. What else? Stars. A star is even a shape. A heart. What are some shapes that you can find around the house? I'll show you an example of some of mine. So I have this clear cup, but look on the bottom. It makes a circle. What about this roll of tape? Also another circle. And look, I just have a pad of Post-its. But when you put them together and you hold them firmly, what do you see? Yeah, a rectangle. Also, I want to show you a really cool book. It's called I Spy Shapes and Art. And it talks about all kinds of different shapes and uses artwork to look at those shapes. So do you see any shapes in here? Yeah, I see circles, triangles, rectangles, squares, even a moon shape. Triangle, circle, rectangle. Great. So what we're going to do next is take a look at Ichiro's beautiful beaded head, and then we'll talk about the shape of that head. All right, everybody, you ready? I'm going to show you some artwork of Ichiro. Here's Ichiro, the beautiful dinosaur sculpture visiting us until November at the museum. Here's first a photo of Ichiro as a sculpture. And as we talked about on Monday, Ichiro was created by artist Marianela Fuentes, and the intricate beadwork was created by artist Sarah Garil, a Huichol artist. Both artists are from Mexico, where the type of dinosaur Ichiro is also from. Now let's take a look at Ichiro's head. Look at that. Such an interesting shape. And look at all of those beads. What kind of shapes do you see? What colors do you see? Let's zoom in and see. Look at all of those colors. Those are actually beads creating shape and color. And here's a picture of the artist, Sarah, putting all of those beads on Ichiro's body, including his head. Do you see that she's holding up a string of beads that she's slowly placing on Ichiro? So this is a sketch done by Marianela, the artist, of Ichiro's head. You notice that she uses really interesting shapes and line. Let's take a look closer to see what she drew. What kind of shapes do you see? I see squares, circles, triangles, shapes that make animals, even a star. So if we were to study the shapes of Marianela's drawing, you see the big, thick black outline going around the drawing and then the different shapes on the inside. So think about this when you do your drawing. All right, everybody, you're ready to draw your dinosaur head? You're going to need a piece of paper, 8.5 by 11, a marker, or a pencil. I'm going to show you 3 steps on how to draw a simple dinosaur head inspired by Ichiro's head shape. You ready? Thumbs up. Okay, everybody, this is the first step in drawing a simple dinosaur head. So you'll see that there's a curvy line that doesn't quite close, right? You can study the shape, draw really large on your paper, and slowly look at the line and draw what you see. Now, if you want to take this time to draw your own shape of dinosaur head, you can do that. Okay, everybody, the second step is continuing that line, nice curvy line you drew, and continuing with another curved line that leads to kind of a diagonal line right underneath the nose of the dinosaur. Now the third step is continuing that line you just drew, and you're going to continue it all the way until you finish and close the shape of the head. So it can look something like this. If yours looks different, no problem. All we're doing is just starting with a shape of a dinosaur head. Next, we're going to draw an oval. Now this could either become the eye of your dinosaur or it could become the space. You know, there's that kind of open space above Ichiro's eye. That's your choice. Now you're going to draw another oval around that first oval you drew. Now you're going to draw another long oval shape under those two ovals you drew at the top of its head. And below that, you're going to draw kind of a teardrop shape under that oval. All right? Everybody got it? All right, everybody, are you ready now with your simple drawing of a dinosaur head? How did yours turn out? Did you make something different than an Ichiro head? Here's mine. Now, the next step is, do you remember all those beautiful designs and shapes on Ichiro's head? What you're going to do is figure out which shapes you want to draw now. You can draw them anywhere on the dinosaur head. I think I'm going to start with a circle. I'm going to start right down at his nose. So you can fill your entire dinosaur head with shapes. Look, I'm doing triangles. Triangles down below on his jaw. And another circle over here. And some semicircles here. And you can draw whatever you like. These are just some ideas. More semicircles. And you can take your time after this lesson to continue. All right, you ready for the next step? So do you remember Ichiro's beautiful head with all that beautiful beadwork and colors? What you're going to do now is take your markers, your colorful markers, and do similar designs. And I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, for this next step, you're going to need your color markers. I've got orange, red, and purple. So what we're going to do is create, by our very colorful markers, designs just like the beadwork on Ichiro's head. So let me show you an example. I'm going to take my orange marker and I'm going to put a bunch of dots in the shapes I drew. You see? I'm just holding the marker and putting dots directly on the paper. So you push down and lift up, push down and lift up. You see? So you can continue to do this until you've filled up all of your shapes. I'm using my purple marker and I'm carefully going around the shape. I started with purple, but I think it'll be cool to also put another layer of dots in red. Now this is something that's going to take a lot of time, just like the artist Sarah, her beadwork took many, many, many hours. So you can take your time on this and carefully continue to go inside each shape with your markers. All right, and you can continue to fill every shape in your drawing until you're done. And I'm going to take my time later to do this, but I want to show you the next step so you can get started on it, and then you can get back to your dinosaur head drawings and designs. All right, everybody? Okay, so for this next step, you're going to need a pair of scissors, glue stick, and your colorful piece of paper. Our first step is we're going to cut out the dinosaur head we made with our scissors. So you can take your scissors, hold them straight up, and cut around the outside line of your dinosaur head. Keep on going. Get around that nose, and around the bottom jaw. You're almost there. Take your time again. Some of you are maybe just learning how to use scissors. Some have more practice with this. No worries, just take your time. All right, so now you have your dinosaur head. What we're gonna do next is take our colorful piece of paper and we're going to glue it on our colorful piece of paper. So take your glue stick and you're going to take your glue stick and go all the way around on the outside, the outline of your shape, your dinosaur head shape. Keep on going until you're finished. You've got glue all along the outside, the back of your drawing, that shape. And then next, you're going to turn it around and place it on your paper like so, making sure that you press down to make sure that it is stuck on there. Great. So what else do you think you can do and add? What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue my dots, my designs, all throughout my dinosaur head. And then maybe I might take some crayons and fill in the spaces that don't have those dots. What do you think you're going to do? Well, thank you everybody for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again on Friday, where we'll be making dinosaur sculptures with very simple materials. Until then, I'll see you later. Have a great day.